Today I'm going to be reviewing this CIRCUL ring, not to be confused with the circular ring, but this is called the CIRCUL ring, C-I-R-C-U-L, and this is it right here. And before I go into why or what about this ring is so unique, something else that is unique about it is that it comes in different colors also that I've not seen on any other smart ring. So for example, the one that I got, this is a blue colored ring, like a navy. I don't know if this is what I'll get a close-up of this in here in a minute, but something other than the color that's really unique about the CIRCUL ring is that you don't have to worry about sizing anymore because it's the world's first adaptive fit smart ring. No more issues with half sizes or a ring not fitting perfectly because the ring expands and contracts perfectly to your finger. So try to get this here. You'll see here's the ring, but look, it expands and contracts ever so slightly. So if you're in between sizes, this will fit your finger perfectly. You don't have to worry about it being too loose or too tight. It adapts to you. So I'm hoping the camera gets that. And there it is. It just open, close, and adjusts to your finger. So that's what's super unique about this CIRCUL ring, but it has so many other features to talk about. Now, just like other smart rings, this has all the sensors you can think of that measure your heart rate, your HRV or heart rate variability, your skin temperature, and blood oxygen. But that's not all. It analyzes your stress and energy levels and monitors for sleep apnea. Finally, it also monitors and records your activity levels, but we'll get to that in just a bit. What's really unique also about this company is that their previous ring was the first FDA cleared ring to monitor for sleep apnea. So that's really, I think, really key because they have a lot of experience in the sleep apnea detection, and they rolled that into this latest ring, the CIRCUL ring. Now, besides the way the ring expands or contracts to perfectly fit your finger, I think one of the best features about this ring is the way it displays your real-time vitals. That's right, it shows real-time vitals, unlike all the other smart rings, except for perhaps RingConn. RingConn does show on-demand vitals like blood oxygen and heart rate. The other rings do show heart rate, I think on demand or maybe within the past few minutes. But this ring, what's really great, and we'll get into it in a sec, is the way it displays it in the app. You don't have to dig in through settings, click a button that says measure or anything. It's just right there, right in front of you. And we'll see that in just a minute. Before I came across the CIRCUL ring, I really liked the RingConn ring for being able to see your blood oxygen levels 24/7 because most of the smart rings only show you your blood oxygen levels while you sleep. CIRCUL's implementation of how it shows you your vitals, such as blood oxygen, right at the top of the app, best implementation in my opinion. So enough with talking, let's take this ring, open up the app, and see what it could do. Okay, so let's check out the CIRCUL ring app. And what's really nice, first off, what I'm seeing at the top is it gives you your vital stats right away. And these are live vital stats. I don't have to click a measure button or an on-demand button. This is right when you open up the app. At the very top, it shows your blood oxygen right here and your heart rate. And this is live right now. So, unlike, for example, RingConn allows you to check your vitals 24/7 as well, but you have to go into their app and manually hit the measure button. You have to dig a little bit in the settings and click that measure button. Here, this is right when you log in. It's one of the things I really love about this app. But let's keep going down. So if we keep going down here, it'll show, okay, here's my sleep from last night. So let's click on it. Okay, here we go. So again, what's really nice about the CIRCUL ring is that it also detects sleep apnea. So you'll see this right here, this number, the ODI, that has to do with sleep apnea. But let's take a look first at the non-sleep apnea numbers. First, just like the other rings, it'll give you a sleep score. So it's saying, okay, I had a pretty good sleep last night. I got a score of 85. And then it'll tell you, how long I was sleeping, my sleep efficiency, and efficiency means like tossing and turning, things like that. My average blood oxygen. Now, I've been diagnosed with sleep apnea, so it's, it could be better, 93%. I'm also in a high elevation. So 93
is, I think, just like okay. And we'll skip the ODI for now. Average heart rate, 70 beats per minute. And here's my heart rate variability. Something I need to learn a little more about is the heart rate variability, because this is, I believe, a different measurement than the other rings. So other rings like RingConn, Ultrahuman, Luna, Oura, I don't think they use the what's called here the SDNN method, because my HRV or heart rate variability, my measurements look completely different than this. So I know there's different ways of measuring your heart rate variability, different methods. And so this method is the SDNN method. So if we keep scrolling down, it'll show your sleep stages. I really like the layout of this app. It gives you all the data that you need, just like the other apps, but I really like this layout. Here, now this is the sleep apnea portion. So it'll break down, it'll show, blue is no sleep apnea, green is mild, moderate, that's where I am, as you can see, and the orange, red is gonna be, severe cases. But it'll tell you right here how many sleep apneas I had last night, 159, yeesh. Now I should be sleeping with my CPAP, but I hate that thing, so I'm not sleeping with it. Maybe I will go back to using it after seeing this. And then let's see here, and it even tells me total duration of blood oxygen less than, is that 90? Yeah, 90%. So it gives you some good stats here. And if you keep going, you'll just get more stats and more in depth. My average heart rate, what was the max while I was sleeping, what was the lowest, skin temperature, and let's see, this is HRV again. And it looks like there's a feature coming soon, arrhythmia analysis. So I have no information on that yet. I don't know anything about it, but that'll be interesting to see once that launches. And then it gives you some, sleep advice here, which I think is pretty standard advice. But I really like this layout. Let's go back. Let's see here. Oh, this is just so I could see other days. One thing I wanted to point out, which something I'm not crazy about, but I think is an easy change, is I have to manually start the sleep apnea detection in order to see what my blood oxygen was for the previous night. If I don't do that, then I'll get all these stats, but minus the blood oxygen. So I'll get the heart rate, the heart rate variability, and so on. But I wish it would just automatically do it instead of me manually starting the sleep apnea detection, because that way, just like the other rings, will at least automatically start and tell me what my blood oxygen was for the previous night. So let's see, I think, was it 2 nights ago? Yeah, here. So 2 nights ago, I forgot to manually start the sleep apnea detection, and look, it doesn't tell me here what my blood oxygen levels were. So anyway, let's go back to home, and you'll see activity goals. Now, I haven't really used this much for activity goals. Except for today, obviously, as you could tell, but I have not been, or I have been wearing the ring day and night, and I find the steps to be extremely over exaggerated, like 3 to 4 times. And I'll compare that. I'll wear another ring as well, another smart ring on my other hand. And I also have my Apple Watch on. And the numbers here, the steps for some reason are like 3 to 4 times. So, and I know that's something that the company could play with in terms of a software update to make things a little more accurate. But then again, if anyone's been watching my channel and watch my other ring videos about other smart rings, I typically don't rely on smart rings for activity, fitness activity anyway. I rely more on my Apple Watch when I am being active. I need to get out there more. I know my stats don't look the best, so I could definitely improve on those. But for sleep, I really, really, really like this ring. This might even be my favorite ring in terms of sleep activity. And we'll go back to sleep, sorry. Go back to sleep section here for a sec, is that I find, compared to the other rings, I find that my sleep activity score and how long I've slept and everything more aligns with how I feel. So I could have a couple, if I'm wearing a few different rings to test them out, some of the rings will tell me, you know, oh, you've been sleeping for this long and you slept this well, but I'll feel like crap when I wake up, or vice versa. It'll tell me I slept like crap, but I'll feel great when I wake up. So, what I find about the CIRCUL ring is that it's more in tune with my body. So I don't know if that means necessarily it's the most accurate. Again, by no means scientifically testing this out, but just from a consumer point of view, non-scientific consumer point of view, I find that the CIRCUL is more in tune with how I've slept. So like this gave me an 85 score last night. I actually felt like I slept pretty well. I just wanted to point that out, but let's keep going. So I just spoke about activity, and if we keep going down, it'll just show, your stats, your heart rate, the stress and energy. I don't really understand this graph. I think they may need to, just from my personal opinion, I think they need to tweak this, because like it says, energy 83, stress 26. What exactly does that mean? If you compare it to, let's just say, Oura stress levels, it just gives you a better breakdown. It'll be a little more meaningful, and I think gives more explanation. So I think they could tweak that a little bit. I think this is definitely a good stat to have. What are your expected energy levels based on your sleep and your activity throughout the day, and your stress levels based on your heart rate and your HRV. So I think that's great, but I don't know why I'm just having a problem with this graph. How it's displayed. I think it could be displayed better. So anyway, just my thoughts. Again, it's not, it doesn't necessarily kill the ring for me. I still really like this ring for sleep purposes. So that's basically it. If we click sleep down here, it'll just take us back to sleep, the same place I was before. Activity will bring us here. I didn't click on it before, but here it'll show you, my walking distance, activity burn, total steps, just some more in-depth stats on your activities. So that's pretty much the breakdown. This little plus button, that's how you manually start your sleep apnea, or if you start exercising, you could start it right here as well, and it'll track that activity. One thing I haven't seen, so this is something I'd like to get to double check from the company, is whether it has automatic nap detection. So I don't know. I have to check on that from them and see if it has automatic nap detection. That'd be great. But yeah, I really like this app. I think there's a couple of tweaks they could do here or there, but being so new, I think this is an amazing product, especially for sleep tracking and sleep apnea tracking as well.
So that's the CIRCUL app. I think it's a great implementation of all the Ring's features. I really, again, love at the top how it shows the vitals, the blood oxygen levels especially, and it's a really nicely laid out app. The only quirk I'd say I'd have is, actually two quirks. One is the energy and stress level graph. I think they could do a little bit better with explaining how that works, or maybe even tweak it a little bit. And then number two, while it does 24/7 blood oxygen monitoring, it will not monitor during your sleep unless you manually start in the app. You say monitor sleep apnea, start. So if you don't do that, it won't monitor your blood oxygen levels. I think they should change the app, tweak the app, to at least monitor automatically while you sleep, monitor those blood oxygen levels. Those are, I believe, easy fixes to be made to in an update to the app. It's not something that's hardware related in the Ring, so it's something that can be tweaked later on down the road. But overall, I think this is a fantastic app and fantastic Ring. I think that this Ring, actually, out of all the other Rings I have reviewed, that this Ring is more in tune with my body. I'd say because some of the other Rings, I'll wake up and the Ring will say, I got great sleep, I'll feel like crap. But this Ring, when I wake up, I feel like crap, the app will say I slept like crap, and vice versa. If I slept well, I'll feel great, and the app will say that. So overall, CIRCUL Ring did a great job. If you have any questions, I read all my comments. Feel free to leave me a comment below. And thanks for watching.